we did a 2024 predictions episode that was released early this year, where we kind of picked, what coins we're looking at, what narratives and sectors we're kind of keeping an eye on, and what trends might play out. So I kind of wanted to touch on a few of these and, show the performance thus far this year for some of these ones that we picked. And we'll get kicked off with you. The key ones that you kind of highlighted that you were watching, Beam, obviously like a gaming chain, VRA, Beam and VRA. So plus 71% and 52% respectively. So strong performance there. Are you holding those bags?
First of all, you're welcome to all the listeners out there. I'm joking. I think with any of these, you could throw a dart blindfolded, and you would have been all right with a fair few of these tokens. So, I'd like to claim that this was great research and a gun at picking them. But I think everyone's done well if we go through these results below. Am I holding them? I'm holding Veracity. I'm not holding Beam. So, unfortunately, Beam's one that's doing better, and I'm probably more long-term bullish on Beam. So I probably need to go ahead and get myself a bag there. But good results so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Zach, you probably performed the best out of all of us, given that you had a key focus on the AI sector, which obviously has probably been the biggest trend this year if you're looking at that in meme coins. So nailed it, mate.
Yeah, there's some good performers in there, mate. That's it's really off the back of NVIDIA. We've got NVIDIA's consistent dominance to really thank her, I think, for the AI narrative to really be as strong as what it has been. But yeah, pretty much anything that you touched in AI, minimum it's done is 150%, which is pretty cool over since year to date. So yeah, it's been definitely a strong year there. Casper, has had a slower start. It's around 14%. There's another one that, had a huge run up to the end of the year and then has been coasting. It's been letting everyone else have a bit of fun. But yeah, I do expect that to come back and have a strong finish to the year as well, in my opinion. So.
Yeah. And just on the AI sector, like obviously we've had this huge run up. Largely off the back of NVIDIA and also, ChatGPT and OpenAI releasing their text-to-video tool, things like that happening. But do you see that continuing to play out? Because Pav and I touched on it last week, we touched on a Coinbase report that kind of said, like these AI coins are pretty much just running based on hype and not really, any sort of value behind them yet. How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, I think it's still a very speculative industry for sure. Like there's not a lot of working products at this stage. But it's what are you here to do? Like there's money to be made, I guess, in the short term. It's just riding out those waves. Whether you hold them for 5 years, there's another question whether they're ready for those sort of commitments. But yeah, look, if you're looking for I think there's plenty of swing opportunities with AI and short to mid-term plays there.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really see it slowing down either. There's just there's so much retail attention on it, that and I guess gaming as well, because it's one of the ones that is easier to understand for the retail sector. So, we probably won't see that slow down anytime soon. For me personally,
but also with those ones, Ted, just really good to take profits when you can, because they go up pretty fast, but they can dip just as fast, or if not faster. Yeah. So with all of these, the market caps are a lot smaller. So you tend to see the price fluctuate a lot more.
Well said. That's the experienced investified way coming into play there. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for calling that out, Ant. For me, I kind of had a similar approach to you, Ant, where I was looking at gaming chains. I highlighted IMX. Same with you, Pav. You highlighted Beam, I guess, in the same sort of realm there. Yeah. And also the newer layer ones I was focusing on. So Sui and Say, and then also, of course, Sol, which has performed quite well. But Sui and Say, I guess the trend I'm kind of always looking out for is the fact that the layer ones or the infrastructure will tend to gain more value than the actual protocols or applications. So that's kind of my focus, whether it comes to gaming or, layer one infrastructure. I'm always looking at the change rather than the actual application itself. But yeah, so he's had a nice little run of 103% since we made that call. And then Solana 82% just seems to go from strength to strength. And then Pav, we'll just quickly touch on you. You were kind of similar, Say, Beam, and Celestia, TIA.
Yeah, which kind of slowed down. Definitely had the massive run up similar to Casper. It's just been consolidating since.